Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Hello, you're watching mousels Media's broadcast of this week's Tuesday Twitch stream. But Michael, I hear you cry. It's not actually Tuesday. Well, yes, I do know that. I can tell the dates on a calendar. Yes, it's actually Wednesday. No, it's actually Monday. I am aware. I do usually broadcast on a Tuesday, but due to plans coming up, I'm actually busy tomorrow night, so I pushed it back a night. And who knows, I might be able to squeeze in another stream later in the week, depending on time and if I actually bother doing anything else. So, the theme for tonight was to, at least to start with, I might be able to shift game later on, was that basically you decide which game I play. The choice of games I had up on screen for during the intro for the actual stream, and indeed the actual promo for the stream, which I posted up on Facebook, with the suggestions I had were Prince of Persia, the original 1990 version, Curse of the Catacombs, which I did one stream on, and that's the one I actually forgot to record. I'm just checking, I am recording this week, that's always good. The Binding of Isaac, that's the original one from 2011. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which, as you know by now, I've played several times, I don't even need to give that any introduction. Minesweeper, yes, the classic Minesweeper. Prison Architect, that introversion game. I say that introversion game, they do have a few games, but it's a good classic, a classic introversion game. Well, it's going to be a classic. It's still in early access, it hasn't actually been finished yet, but indeed it's probably one of the best games out there. Or indeed just chess. Note the ha written next to that. I'm not good at chess. I'm no good at chess. So, after doing a quick vote on the Twitch stream itself, and indeed on everything else really, Facebook, I was down to a three-way tie. The three-way tie being Prison Architect, Minesweeper, and chess. So you can probably tell which one I've gone for. This week, on my Twitch stream, I will be playing Prison Architect as I boot up in the background. You might wonder, but what actually is Prison Architect? Well then, once it's actually started up, I will tell you. I might as well just tell you now while it's starting up thinking about it. Prison Architect is an early access game being created by Introversion Software, a good old British games company if there ever was one. They're known for games such as Uplink, I think Uplink, Darwinia they also made, Defcon, which is a game where you basically blow everyone up, and other games as well. It's probably one of the original indie studios really, and this is their latest one that they're currently developing. Still in early access. It is available on Steam. I have a quick check on Steam and I'll check how much it is. Like I say, with it being in early access, the game itself isn't actually finished. So if you're watching this, the repeat of this in a long time down the road, the game will probably change quite drastically. Because like I said, early access, the game is nowhere near finished. In fact, this game is actually still in alpha, which means that, well, it's an alpha, so it isn't actually finished. But the whole point of the game is that I'm scrolling around the map here. You have this plot of land here, you build a prison, you get prisoners, and you take it from there essentially. Let's just see if I can actually zoom in this week. Oh, there we go, scroll wheel's working. There we go. So as you can see here, I'll just pause it while I zoom in a little touch further. These are my little work people. These are my delivery things getting brought in. I will say I haven't played this game in about nearly enough 18 months. Quite a long time since I last played this game, and it has been updated several times since then. They're now actually charging for fences. They didn't used to do that. So excuse me. So the thing I'm going to do now is, just to make my prison a little bit secure, I'm now going to build a big fence around my entire prison. So that can go like that. Ka-ching. That goes up like that. I can go, yeah, I'll put that to about there. That to there. This bit here up to about there. Oh no, I can't cough the garbage. There we go, to about there. Indeed, up a bit. And I've got to zoom in a touch. It's hard to see. Up a touch there. If you're a fan of games such as things like Theme Hospital, Dungeon Keeper, this game is probably right up your alley. It is that sort of you're building a prison to keep bad people in, and indeed you've got to be careful. You don't cause things like riots and objects. There we go. Things like riots, murders. You got to make sure people are actually safe in here. But yes, I remember my controls quite nicely. Here we go. Put that door there. Put another door there. Finished off the wall around it. And unpause. And turn it off. There we go. And all these people now go around and start to build everything. While they're doing that, I'll have a quick look into the Twitch stream. Bishman Rock says, "Oh, it reminds me of a theme park without the freedom and merriment." Yes, that is pretty much accurate. In fact, it is based off the old Bullfrog games, such as Theme Hospital, which, as you say, is in your top 5. It is one of my favourite games. It's probably one of the ones I played the most as a child growing up. It's a fantastic game. I might actually try and dig it out at some point. It does work, strangely enough, on Windows 7 with no issues. I did try it a fair while ago, so it might be something worth looking up at one point. So, that might be something I could do at some point. While they're building up on that, I'm going to keep on building other things. You hire staff to help run your prison. You got your wardens, your cooks, your workmen, and obviously, most importantly, your guards. These are various other people you unlock later on. One thing to help you along with building stuff, bring up reports and go to grants. You get a grant for helping you build certain things, such as I can get a $10,000 grant to help me build an administration centre. All I have to do is build 2 officers, hire a warden, unlock finance, and then hire an accountant. That's relatively simple to do. Same way with building a staff room, have at least 5 guards without unassigned duties. You can all read what it is on the screen. Same way, you've got health and well-being, making sure your prisoners are nice and comfortable. Education reform. Now, in an earlier beta version I was playing, I had trouble getting that working. But then again, it was a really early version. Education had just been brought in and wasn't properly implemented. Same way, basic detention centre. Build a basic detention centre just so you can basically hold some prisoners, and then you get all these ones down here which are being locked. You've got to complete certain things. All these are new compared to the last time I did it. Prisoner acclimatization and engagement. Fair enough. So the game, like I say, is still building up. I'm going to close off now. Don't want any prisoners coming in. But I've got nowhere to put them. You've got your job queues here of what everyone is doing. You got your grants here, like I said before. You got all your staff. What I might do while they're building this, I might hire a couple more builders at 500 each, and there we go. Brick and concrete. While they're doing that, I'm gonna actually go back into my grants and take out the administration centre. There we go. You can see it at the side here. It says read CEO letter. That you don't really need to read all like that. That's just a bit of backstory for the prison. If you play it a few times like I have, you just glance it over really. That's your prisoner intake there, highlighted. That tells you when your next prisoners are due in. Because I've just turned that off, I'm not going to be getting any in, which is always a good thing, especially since I've got nowhere to put them. And they've just run off because, there's no fences. And here, this is the task that I've just been given to build 2 officers, hire a warden, unlock bureaucracy, and finance through bureaucracy rather, and then hire an assistant, an accountant. An assistant would help as well. But anyway, so yes, what I'm now going to do, I'm now going to think of a good place to put my officers, which up here seems like a good place. Going to build a nice size room. Nice big room there. Making sure I put a door on there, staff only door, just there. There we go. So, as you can see now, my men are now starting to build everything up there. this is one of those things that is definitely a game that you can sort of, if you've got a well-run prison, you can just leave it running in the background while you do other things, occasionally checking back to making sure your prisoners haven't started killing each other, or indeed sneaking bleach from the cleaning cupboard, which happens to me on the odd occasion. But yes, it is a good game. Early access is one of those strange things where certain things you need to be careful of, certain things you can just go, yes, go buy that now. This is one of those few games I will say, go buy this from early access now, get in on the ground floor, get in early, and in fact just enjoy the game itself being developed. The other game being Kerbal Space Program, a fantastic game which has just gone into beta. That might be another one I might try and get onto a stream at some point, but my laptop does have a little bit of issues running Kerbal Space Program at the best of times, and I don't think it'll be able to cope with Kerbal Space Program and my Twitch stream running at the same time, so that might be something for the future if I ever do get a new laptop. But yes, going back to the Twitch chat, Bishman Rock says there's an open source re-implementation project too. I'm guessing that's of Space Hospital. That'd be an interesting one. Theme Hospital. But yes, trying to keep it alive and working. But if you never played it, it is a good game to play. I think it's actually might be classed as abandonware now. So that might be worth looking at as well if you never actually played Theme Hospital. Or then again, you can still buy a version of Good Old Games, for example. Works perfectly fine in Windows 7. Oh man, I want to play Space Hospital now. Yes, Space Hospital does definitely sound like quite a fun game. In the interest of trying to keep it all going a bit, I'm going to zoom out a touch and speed forward time. As you can see there, building up my rooms up nicely just there. Some strange noises going on as well. There we go. Turn my headphones a touch there. Actually, all I could hear was like a clanging noise. It sounded like a ghost just going, oh. Oh, it's actually drilling. So that makes a bit more sense. Yes, I might put my gates on. I don't think I put my doors on, have they? Oh yes, I have. What you can do on these as well, if you click on it, you can say, right, I want that to be locked shut. Locks it down. Then we can lock it open. I'll just have it to normal. Because there's no prisoners around and I also got no guards, the doors will automatically be open since there's no one actually there to keep locked up. Go take this back to normal speed now. They're finishing off the foundations here, they're just moving everything out of the way, such as the stacks of logs have just cut down. And there we go. Installing the lights. That's one thing I do actually need to build, the power. Indeed, all I need to do now is that now that that's built, I'm just going to put a bit of a wall inside there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have a count right. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. There. So I put 2 meter wall there. Then have that like that. And that is just the basis of an office. All you then need to do, it's just much like things like Theme Hospital. Or indeed, this is probably more akin to something like Sim City. You find your where's it gone? I can't just see it. Office there. Can't see it. Can't see through the wood for the trees there. Drag it open. There we go. I see that room I've just built there is in fact too small. So what I might do is just de-zone that, and indeed turn that into a small storage cupboard, which I'll be able to keep stuff in. But I'll do that at a later date. So I still need to build another office in there. So I'll get my... Where's my wall gone again? I've got a... No. Wall. Brick wall. There we are. Indeed. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. like that. Oh, I might just pause and make sure this actually fits. Office. Yep, that's perfectly fine there. One thing I should really do as well, you can actually set this to planning. So you can sort of like draw these in and go like, I want it like that, a bit like that, that's going to be another room. Then delete them off. Much easier, I forgot you could actually do that. That's a bit silly on my part. But what I'll now do, as you can see here, because I'm near an office which has got nothing in it, it's actually highlighting the items which can be put in the office. So obviously I want a filing cabinet in there, an office desk, rotate that round slightly, a chair obviously by the desk, and indeed then put a door on there, one there, then put the same into this other room. So, chair. That's it. I knew I forgot something. There we go. And what they'll now do, they'll go down here, and as you can see here, they're dragging everything up, and they'll install it all up here. What I might also do as well, next door to this, if I go to my planning, is actually think about what's the one thing you'll need to actually be able to see everything. You need power. Power is always useful. And also water, but I'll get to water in a few moments. What I'll do there, I'll probably build like a nice sized room there, put the doorway there, and turn that into my power generator. So I'll do there, I'll go back to select, let's go with brick again. Drag that out. Now then, I think that should connect nicely to my actual main building. Where's my objects? Where's my door? Where's my doors gone? There's a door. There's a door. Put a door in there. Requires entrance. Now ready to build. As you can see at the side here, build 2 officers. I've done that. So now I'll go into here, hire my warden, put him in the office. I've now got a warden. And then using the bureaucracy, which is down here somewhere. Oh, have they moved it? Oh, they've moved it. Bureaucracy. You get this evil looking thing. So this sort of thing, so yeah, let's go unlock finance. That cost me 500 to unlock and will take 5 game hours. I've set the time up here to a digital clock. That's mostly just for my benefit really, so I can quickly glance at it. But you can also have it as analog. Why did I do that? So let's go back to the Twitch chat. For Theme Hospital, but Space Hospital wouldn't surprise me. I must admit I would still play that. Yes. So yes, you see my OC is kicking in, the offences aren't in line, they would do my nutting. Yeah, I do realise, it is sort of a quick rough prison is this. If you actually want to be really meticulous in this, you could sort of have this so precise and so careful with your wall placement and door placement. In fact, you should really be quite precise with it, but that's not the point. You could just be so anal with it as well, just sort of getting things so precise. It allows you to do that, and that's what this planning tool's useful for. So like building a pathway like that. I could want that to be a certain pathway. And in fact, I want to clear that off, or make sure you've got an object there and an object there. It allows you to plan in quite good detail, which indeed is rather useful. Let's delete that plan in there, close that off. Now obviously I've got this here. What I want to do, I want to go into my objects, and whereabouts did I put it? In fact, is it objects or is it actually a room type now? Utilities, that's the one I was looking for. I've already got 1 power station, so I'll bring that in, put that in there. Got 1 capacitor, put that next to it. Then take the electrical cable from here and drag it into here. And once that's done, once my little people go and get onto that, that will actually then start to fill up this whole area with electricity, so they can actually see what they're doing, and it'll power the lights. While they're doing on that, I'm going to go back into my grants and see which one I can actually start there. I could start off with the basic detention centre, which is probably a good place to start. turns an empty field into a functioning prison. Always useful. You always let your prisoners run free, or free range prisoners. That could be quite interesting. So yes, that's just basically telling me to build a holding cell, build a shower, build a yard, build a kitchen, build a canteen, then at least keep your prisoners fed. So I'm going to take that out. As they're building all this up. Prison grading. This one's new as well. Prison grading. No prisoners have been released. 10 prisons must be released before I can. Yeah, I can't. My prison doesn't have a grade. So as you can see now, this is actually supplying power to this. And once I've actually finished connecting up all this here, if I go back into utilities, you can sort of see here where the power actually leads to. So yes, that's all along with that now. If the sound does keep cutting out, I do apologise. It is because I'm having to slightly switch from the screen to another screen to see my actual Twitch chat, and indeed that might mess it up slightly. But the game is still running in the background, so it is still all okay. So as you can see now, that's now all got power, apart from my little warden in there who's sitting there on his Todd in the dark. I'm saying nothing to that, but thankfully they work without power, so that's always good. So while that's getting on there, I'm going to go into planning mode and start to think out where I actually want to put things. I need a holding cell, which is just a basic cell where prisoners sit while they wait to actually go somewhere. I need a shower, I need a yard, I need a kitchen, and I need a canteen. So I'm thinking if I keep all this section over here free for cells, because obviously cells take up the most space, and indeed this section down here is where the prisoners come in at the delivery point. So what I could actually do here is have a wall that's sort of attached there. That's where the prisoners enter, then go through like a secure area, and then from here they are taken to a long corridor. I say a long corridor, it might be a touch wide, might that actually. Let's trim that down slightly. I will say, if you're OCD about things being absolutely perfect and central, it's probably not a good idea to watch me playing a game like this, because I'm never that precise. I'll put another line in there, so at least that is straight. Then from here, all I'll need to do is, like say, drag a relatively large room there, and that can be the holding cell. Then indeed from here, from here, now that they're actually in the secure area, you can actually let the prisoners roam free in the grounds, which can be useful if you actually want them roaming free in the grounds rather than keeping them cooped up all day. I could actually then go up here, so I'll say yes, I want this whole section here, put a door on there to be a yard, which is probably a good idea to do. So down here I could just build one nice sized facility, although I want to keep this section here secure as well. So I'll put like this extra gate on there, get rid of that bit there. A bit of gated community. Gate on there. I'll put this wall across there as well, then get rid of the gate and put it on the actual wall. Like that. Then from here, this could all lead into this one big room here. Not quite. As you can tell, I'm slightly making this up as I'm going along. It is a habit of mine, unfortunately. Planning out prisons was never my strong point, which is probably why I ended up with quite a few prison riots in the past. Let's put another line on there. There we go. At least now it's straight. And down here I could put a room here. I've got to stop doing that. Like that. Then a room over here. Then a corridor here. And do the same at this side. So you might be wondering, well, what have I done there? So basically what I'll do here, I'll have a door there. Quite a big door actually, let's put that there. I'll have, for example, I'll have my canteen in there. I'll have my kitchen here. I'll have my shower room here, which needs to be quite large. And indeed, then I could even have visitation here. And to keep things extra safe and secure, I'll have another wall there, which is locked up. But then again, I need this going down here. Nah, that ain't gonna work, is it? Ah, I know what I'll do. I'll put that there. And that. Yeah. I've got it. I know what I'm going to do now. So, while that's all going on, and while he's done, I'm now going to hire this accountant to just finish everything off. So, put my accountant in the spare office. And indeed, that's that grant over and done with. What the accountant allows me to do is allows me to check out my daily cash flow, which basically just sees how much I'm making per day. At the moment, I'm making $420, which I don't know why I've used dollars, mainly because it's a British game. And indeed, my prison is now worth $30,000. I can't sell it just yet because it's not a prison; it's just an office. But indeed, you got your share. You can sell shares, buy shares in your prison. And indeed, if you can get up to £50,000, you can sell your prison, start building another prison with more money, and just gradually build your prison up like that. Same way you got your regimes here, like workshop safety, guard station things. This is all so you can actually get people better behaved or better equipped. Short-term investment, long-term investment. Ah, okay. That's quite handy. Bit expensive to do at the moment. So I might look into that in the future. So, with all this going now, I'm going to pause the game yet again. Going back to Twitch chat, no one said anything, so let's keep going. Let's go back to building brick. Indeed, let's just go, right, I want this to be like that. This all the way over here. What? If I delete that out. Oh, okay. Wonder if it'll actually be smart and actually connect it all up. And indeed up here, I don't want to, obviously, you don't want a yard to be inside. So I'll just surround it with a brick wall. Indeed, and start to think where I want to put my doors. Don't want to put my doors on just yet. But I need to, don't I? Yes, I do. So, I want doors. I want to dismantle this door here. And dismantle this door here. Put the speed back up. Can zoom in. But I like how the things appear from nowhere, which is always quite handy. The reason why I'm dismantling the doors first is so that once they're dismantled, you'll notice a little 1 and a 2 appears there. That means I can just go, I want a door there, and then a door there. That's 2 doors, which I've already paid for, which I don't need to pay for again, which is always handy. I also want a heavy duty door over here. I also want a door up here as well to keep that locked up. Yeah, unfortunately, there's quite a bit of this game where you are waiting for quite a lot of stuff to happen. So, in the meantime, fast forward. One thing you've got to be impressed by, it's only taken them 2 days to build this much. Did I actually build the walls there? No, I didn't, did I? Yes, I did. Did I? Yes. There's not enough guys to do it. So what I might do, I might hire a couple more men. And while they're doing that, I just realised something. I'm going to go back into grants, go into staff well-being, and then build the staff room. Because otherwise, the staff are going to get rather grumpy if they've got nowhere to go. There's some staff room, there we are. Big gaping hole there. Might need to fix that. And here as well. And there. Okay, like I said, it is a while since I actually played this game, so please bear with me. As you can see here, it is rather dark down here. That's because it's got no power going to it. So what we need to do then is get the electrical cables and take it all down. Just good luck connect it up like that. While they're sat there doing nothing, I might see if I can get any more bureaucracy researched. So it's probably a good idea to hire security so I can start looking at my things like armory, remote access, CCTV and stuff like that. I've also got stuff like land expansion, an extra grant, and tax relief, which is expensive. And then you've got things like maintenance, education, health, psychology, so you know what your prisoners are thinking. But it's probably a good idea to start researching security. Indeed, this whole building now quite nicely built. One thing I have realised I've actually forgotten to build, which is rather vital if I'm actually wanting to have showers in this place, is actually a pump room. So what I'm going to do again is build a small room. Since I'm keeping my showers down here, I'm going to build it in this gap here. Putting a nice staff only door on there. There we go, look at my finance now. I'm making about $280 a day. What might also be an idea as well is to actually start building the interior walls. So build up this first area first. obviously on those I want my large jail doors. Then just down here, with it only being a single way room, I want jail door there, jail door there, and I want a large jail door on there. With this section up here as well, the actual room here, and I want a small door, which is somewhere where I've just lost my small doors. There it is, jail door. Small door there, which allows my canteen people to get in and out rather easily. Indeed, very good idea to put a small, not jail door there. I want to put a small staff door there. And indeed, I would then want to build another jail door. Just there. That's done like that, that's done like that. There we go, that should do it, I think. Yes, this is now Pimp My Prison. Or Pimps are in prison, this is Pimp My Prison. Once again, to speed things up a touch. You can see all the trucks here queuing up. Yeah, and if I just pause here a moment, I appear. You might notice all these reds here. Yeah, I've ballsed up slightly there. I've now got some of my guys. They're stuck in this section here, and I can't get round. That's because I've built that wall wrong. All I need to do, demolish walls. Go like that. And go back to... Hey. If I can actually command someone to actually go do that straight away. No, I can't move him. There we go. Going back to utilities. Still not fully connected it up yet. Right, that room's now built. What I need to do now and then is go back to my objects. In utilities rather. Water station. Connect that there. And then I'll be able to connect the pipes from that down into where I'm going to be putting the actual showers. Which is going to be here. So I might as well build right now. There we go. Nice big shower. And once again, I've been a bit of an idiot and got everyone blocked in. There we go. Now, so not forgetting few random placed drains. Otherwise the water does literally go everywhere. Just one little bit of wall there that I've not built, why not? Go back to brick. Oh, it's been queued. So I'm still waiting for them to come and build that. But while they finish building that, I'm going to then say yes. To finish up here. I'll go, yes, up here I want a yard. I go, wee. Yard. And what can you put in a yard? Well, pretty much anything you want, really. Road gate, you could put a road gate in there, but it's most things like phone booth, couple of phone booths, a couple of weight benches. While they're doing that, up here, I'll put in part of the holding cell. Might make this a touch too big, but it doesn't really matter. And all you need in here is a bench and a toilet. So I need... Right, yes. A couple of benches. And indeed, what I can do now, I can now go toilet and search for the item and go 3 toilets. There. You can see here now this is actually complaining that it's got no water. It's like, need water. Well, because they haven't actually connected this up to the power grid just yet, I just now need to go like that. And that will connect up to the power grid. If I zoom in slightly, you'll notice that there's a special adapter at the end of this. If I've got the right side of it. I don't think it actually matters anymore. It just needs connecting to the power grid, so once that has power, that will be able to send our power all the way down here, and once that's actually got power, it'll then pump out the water that I need to down here. So I'll go up there with water. Like this. and probably a good idea to go up here as well. And using small pipes to connect the rest of it up. There we go. Now finish building all that up. Once again, go at top speed. That's all getting power. That's all got power now, and as you notice then, power goes on, power shuts off. That is because if I just go that time again, there's not enough power going from this. If I try and switch it back on, it's on, and then it turns itself off. It usually does. Yep, there it goes, turn itself off. That's because there's too much power being used in the prison at the moment for it to stay on. All I need to do then is just go into here, I put 2 capacitors on, and it'll go and fit that when it's ready. Going back up to full speed while I build all this. Okay, now that's got 2 more capacitors on it. If I click on this and turn it on, there we go. Much better. So my shower's now finished, my yard's finished, my holding cell's finished. That just leaves me now with a kitchen and a canteen, which are rather simple buildings to build. It's kitchen, which is going to go here, and a canteen, which is going to be rather huge, but go over here. All you need in the kitchen, obviously, is a sink. I'll put a good... I'll get my way around, there we go. Couple of sinks there, and at least to start with, because there's not going to be many prisons to start with. 1 cooker, 1 fridge, and a bin can go there. That door actually doing anything? No, it's not. Dismantle that door there. Also, you also need to make sure it's all connected up to the power grid yet again. Water also needs to be connected up to the water mains. And all this lot needs to be connected up to the power grid. Once that's done, you then got your main room, which all that goes in here is the serving tables, I'm thinking if I go 1, like there. Oh no, if I delete that one off. Put it up here, I think. Yeah, and if I still look at that now, I'm still getting the same amount of cash flowing. And it's all now getting connected up nicely. Checking my power levels. They're still at the same capacity, which is always good. Going back to the Twitch chat, once I've stopped talking about pims and pimps and rather worryingly golden showers, I won't ask. Bishman Rock says, I must admit it takes a lot longer to build than you thought. It does. I've been looking at this, I've been playing this nearly enough, about nearly. I'm not singing on this show. Nearly an hour, and indeed I've not even got prisoners in my prison yet. Oh, click task, there we go. But I am getting there, slowly but surely. Here we go. Indeed, you can even, if I zoom out, you can see the prison starting to take shape. It's basic, very, very basic, but it should, hopefully, do the job. Now that that door there has been dismantled, I can now put it back. And one thing I realised I forgot to do earlier was build another office. There we go. Zoom in. The desk. Doesn't even matter where I actually put them because they don't interact with these items. They just sort of use them. Yes, finally can. Yep. So then, Chief of Police. There we go. Now my canteens all fully operational. All I now need to do is hire a couple of guards. You see this is where the money starts to come in. These guards will actually cost me 100 per day, whereas workmen also cost me 100 per day. So I'm going to hold off on the guards until I've actually finished building everything I actually need. Up here, you've just seen this pop up. This is my danger level. This is what my chief of police is actually telling me. I'm calling it security chief, you know what I mean. It's basically saying this is how dangerous your current prison currently is. And obviously it's better be low because I've got no bloody prisoners. So indeed that is pretty much only 2 things left to build, I think. Let's see here, let's just go into grants. Basic detention centre. And once that's actually unlocked, it will actually give me the money to build my cell block A. But to do that first, I'm going to see if I do need to build anything else. I think I'm pretty much okay for now. I've got guys out here doing nothing. So I'm going to sack a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, get rid of 4. You can see that that's freed up quite a fair bit of money there. I'm going to hire 2 cooks. And 2 guards. And there we go. That is now means I am now, in theory, as I double check on my doors, yes, in theory, I am now ready to take on a few prisoners. Although this room isn't actually ready yet, I'm not going to be using this room just yet, so it doesn't really matter. Dismantle that, and dismantle that. Let's see here, that's canteen. Power, water, holding cell to keep them in. Should really have a door there, I think. Just put a small, another door, Just there. Indeed, I think that's now it. So, if I now click on danger, no, I need to go into here, prisoners, and let's get some low risk prisoners coming in 13 hours time. So like I said, this is the very, very basic level of a basic prison. And then now that that other one's on, I can now actually go into here, go to grants, and go, yes, I want my cell block A initiative. Grant rather. That's raise your prisoner capacity to 15. My prisoner capacity is currently 0. I can take in prisoners. I can definitely take them in, but I've got nowhere for them to actually sleep. This is what your cell blocks do. So, also, I'm going to plan this out carefully, as carefully as I do plan things out, as you know. And I'm going to want it to stretch up from, say, up here, nice and big, but not too big. And that can be the basis of the prison cells. Now, the cell itself has to be at least 2 by 3. So if I go back into planning, not getting much cash in now, as you see, and I go to the walls, it's sort of like 2 by 3, so it's 1, 2, so that's 2 by 3, which is 1, 2, 3. That means that the prison size is that. That cell would be a legal cell. It's small, don't get me wrong, it's bloody small, but I could just go, yeah, 1, 2, so I could just build this several times, like this. There's always one on the end which gets an extra large cell, because, you know, favouritism. And all I need to do is just sort of copy this. So it's obviously not taking over this space here, because I do actually want to be able to build down on this. 2, 3, there. All the way along like that. Like that. And you can sort of see where this starts taking shape, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 there straight off the bat. I don't have to fill this entire cell block up straight away. It might be a good idea to. In fact, I don't think I could afford to as well, even thinking about it. Let's see. I'm actually going to pause the game. There we go. So it's like 1, just like there, that. Oh, let's keep it in a nice pattern. There we go. And 1 there, straight there, like that, and like that, like that, and like that, and like that, like that, like that, and like that. You can sort of see like a sort of good effect going on there, even if it doesn't match all the way through. But indeed, this is, like I said, this is the basis of your cell blocks. This is what the majority of your space will be taken up with, is space for the prisoners to be prisoners, essentially. I don't want that, no, wrong side. There we go. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Like this. Indeed, that's 6 drop. That's 24 cells there, straight off the bat. And indeed, I don't even need to fill up all this space down here, so I'll remove that out like that. Have that as the entrance there. Double barred entrance, just in case. And that is a basic cell block. And indeed, that is what I'm going to build there. So bricks. That's no. I'm actually going to have to move that, thinking about it, aren't I? Am I going to have to move that? Yes, I might. One problem is, on this game, as I found out to my peril at one point, prisoners can tunnel. So that does basically mean that around this space here, prisoners could tunnel out. Granted, I'm only getting minimum security ones, so they're not as likely to tunnel as high security, but it is still a chance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to offset it slightly by 1 and build it like that. With my good old security door there. So, set the game to good speed. Whilst my workmen think about what they're going to do. And off they go. One thing you can do as well, you can actually deploy guards to certain sections. So what I'm going to want to do here, I'm going to want to click in here and I'll make sure I have one guard in here at all times. That's sort of to make sure the prisoners don't actually get out. But that will mean that what I will do is hire another guard to just... There we go. Might need another capacitor thinking about it, so I'll put another one of those on just in case. And all that you need to put into the cells is obviously a door, a bed and a toilet. That is all they need for their basic cells. You could put more in if you're feeling nice, or you could just have them living in squalor. It is entirely up to you. That should do it, I think. Gonna speed this up a touch more. Going back to normal speed there. As you can see, my cell block is now ready to start building in. So clear out the planning there. Pause the game, and yes, I know I've just cleared it all this out, but I do need to plan it out again ever so slightly. So let's see here, that's one. Now I've at least got these walls to go with. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So there, basic cell. Easily peasy, lemon squeezy. Yes, that's correct. Ask me what that is. Apparently Bishman Rock wants to watch my screen. I'm going to approve that. Just testing something out and guessing there, Bish. Like this, there we go. I want it to stretch all the way across. Okay, 1, 2. Boom, 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 1, 2. Nah, it's too small. So someone's got an extra large cell there. But indeed, as you probably noticed, I've changed the design there slightly. A bit more uniform. And there we go. Basic cell block. Going to pause it while I build all these in. As you can see now, prisoners have now arrived. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into my reports, go to prisoners and turn those off until I'm ready for more to come in. Those 8 prisoners are now coming in, and they will now be going straight to my holding cell when they arrive, and there they are, coming in on the bus. So also now I want to go into walls, build my brick walls in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to build 15. On there. There we go. Not all my walls just built in just yet, but obviously there's no point at the moment. Not until I start getting more prisoners in. So then I want to put my doors on. I'm going to build 15 to start with. Then I can go into here, sell, and go boom. Marking off the land on my cells. What I could even do, I could do one big room like that and just split it up. Will it let me do that? No, it won't let me do that. Never mind then. That would be handy if it would let me do that, but it doesn't. There we go. So then you gotta make sure you put in the things that they need, which is toilet in each one. Yes, I know I've got it facing the gate, but shush. Bed. And that is all they need in a prison cell. So obviously then checking the water. I've connected pipes up to that, haven't I? Not electricity. I'm a moron. Okay, so let's connect that up to the pipes. And then now let's connect the power up to the building. Like this. I'm a pillar, can't I? Don't answer that. Yes, I would recommend picking this game up. The Steam sale is probably the best time to pick it up. I think I can't remember how much this was when I actually picked it up. It wasn't much. I actually picked up one of the enhanced tiers where you can actually name a prisoner in the jail. You can name them after yourself. Like Aston Taylor there. That's where one which has been made by the company. But you could even find one prisoner where one of them could be called Michael Mousels Morehouse, and he ended up attempting to kill his store manager with a cheese string. That is the bio I did actually write for that. It didn't get very far, as you can probably guess, but you get the idea. Now I've got a bit more money coming in. I'm going to hire another guard. Indeed, going into bureaucracy. I'm going to research maintenance. Obviously, the problem with prisoners being down here, I can actually do research in psychiatry as well. Actually, thinking about it, there we go. Is that they can't sleep. They've got nowhere to sleep. You can't tell their needs. Oh, that's new. Grading. So security 5, reform, punishment, and health. Essentially, it will get to the point where if this cell block isn't finished soon, they'll have a few issues, shall we say. Guard's on his way there now. What I might actually do is have a guard stationed in here. There we go. There we go. Might do as well as hire another worker or two. I know I just fired a load, but bear with me. Still not enough prisoners in to grade. Indeed, once we've actually installed the stuff in there, that cell will then be nice and legal. Also, what I need to do there, I need to install those pipes along there like this, so the toilets will actually work. Alright. What I might do actually is have that locked open. Have this down here locked open as well. And that one as well. There we go. Just to save the guard a bit of trouble. The chefs have been busy cooking. So the prisoners come in, grab a tray, and go and have something to eat. And as we look up here, I've now got one cell ready. There's this one here, which means the prisoner can then be put into this cell and be locked up for the night. Beds are on their way, which means that won't be much longer until the rest of them have cells to go to. I just nip into bureaucracy. Still under development there. Oh, that's handy. So I just noticed I can actually hover over that. Tells me how much it's got done. I probably will need to build a couple more officers. Eight prisoners say they're well treated. They've got this whole big massive building to themselves. Here we have the regime, which basically just dictates what prisoners get to do and what they're sent to do and stuff like that. So, in all fairness, at least to start with, I'll tend to leave this out back on its own, just so they're not wandering about aimlessly. Two cells completed. What I might do as well to help them move about a little bit quicker. Get some nice cheap paving stone. And go, yep, paving stone all the way down here. Like this. And there we go. I'll do as well. I'll take all this planning off that I had up here. So the prisoners are now in the yard doing yardy things. Well, this is probably one which has been done by a member of the public who's bought the game after naming the game to you. I've just closed it off, didn't mean to. That's where they gone. There he is. The LZA was denied a second mug of his favourite beer at the local tavern. He asked the game politely, denied the second time. The LZA became angry. He burned the tavern to the ground. Sentenced to 9 years for burglary. So he'd be sentenced to arson. I don't know. Just saying. One staff member is exhausted, one now resting. Who's exhausted then? Did it actually tell me? I don't know. Boy, this guy here. Having a quick check at this, that seems to be okay. The psychology is currently in progress. While they're doing that, it's going to nip to Twitch chat. Bishman Rock says, I love doing yardy things like, and then Saz just comes out with, milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. You're damn right. I'm not going to finish the end of that. I've already said I'm not going to start singing on my Twitch streams unless I get a certain amount of views, people watching me, etc. Why are they building these walls? Come on, people. Wall, build. Please say the walls are ready to be built. And I just got empty cells. Objects. Materials. Yes, it is right. It is cute. I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm okay, people. What if I can prioritise jobs? No, I can't. It's a risk, but I'm gonna have to just to. I'm actually going to turn all this deployment off, I think. There we go. There's power. Prisoners are now going back down here to eat. Two prisoners say they're well treated. Well, screw the rest of you. You'll have beds soon enough. Stop complaining. We have working toilets. It's like if you click on toilet you can just see dump. I'll be quiet. That means I've got capacity for 5 so far. I've only got 3 more cells to finish building, and they're nearly finished in fact. Although I've got a huge gaping wall there. It's queued up to be built, so that's alright, but still, come on. As the prisoners head into the cells for the night. Don't think they'll get a wink of sleep like, but you know. Now I've got 6 cells up and running. You may want to deploy a guard here and in the holding cell as well. Just keep an eye on them. And that is now all 8 cells near enough. There we are, all 8 cells. All prisoners now have a cell. I just check the utilities. Water's flowing fine. To some extent. Indeed, that seems to be getting on quite nicely now. I'm going to fast forward time slightly. I did connect those toilets up to the water line, didn't I? Ah, still waiting for the pipe to be installed. That's typical. I might do that. I might put a small pipe there. There we go. Indeed, I might even be able to turn prisoners back on for the next day. And with another 8 prisoners going to come in, I think I can manage that. See, I've got another space for another 6 there. Missed a bit of wall off there, let's put that in. There we go, better. Let's zone these as cells. I'll also get them zoned off now. Yeah. Toilet, toilet, toilet. Bed, bed, bed. And of course, door, door, door. Now my money is drastically low. But that doesn't really matter at the moment. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to zone a little area down here, known as storage. The storage area is designed to hold any materials your prison staff need. So I'm going to put that up here, in this little spare empty space here. There we go. There we are, 20,000 in. Let's just check the regime. They'll be waking up at 7 AM. Staying in lockup, going for a shower, lockup, free time, lockup, lockup. What I'm tempted to do actually is take that out there and put that as free time. So they have a shower, 2 hours free time, 2 hours lockup, they go eat, they go to the run around, lockup, free time, lockup, eat, lockup, and then back to sleep. Whew. Ah, so you can have separate... Okay, that's interesting. That's new. Didn't know you could do that. But I can actually have separate regimes for the different security prisoners I have in, which could be quite useful in later levels at least. Darren comments in the chat saying it's almost like halls of residence. Yes, I can imagine that. If you've ever been to university halls of residence, you can sort of see the similarity between them and a prison. Yeah. I need another office. Not big enough? Nope. Not big enough? Yep. Take a line off there. Is that big enough? Yep, there we go. He's only the psychologist, he don't need a big office. Put him in there. He can have that. He can have one of those. He can have a chair. Trouble is now, if you look here, I'm only coming in with $3 a day. But that's not a major concern at this moment in time. Prisoners are now up and about. More prisoners coming in round about now. Here we go. He seems to have a different coloured vest on for some reason. I think that might be hideout. Actually, I think this is one. Interesting. Okay. I think the people in different coloured vests are actually people who got their name into the game. They're all heading into the showers now. It might be a good idea if I actually had a guard over there, wouldn't it? Protected? I don't know what protected is. That could be a protected prisoner. What I could do actually, I could even dismantle that door from there. Now I actually have a psychiatrist. I can see their needs, hopefully. Oh, maybe not just yet. I think he's actually got to wait for his office to be completed. Which could take a while. Let's put some more paving down. Alright, where's paving still? Let's see, there we are. There we go. Get rid of that. Clear all that off. There we go. Turn his deployment off for now. And because now I'm actually not going to be putting him in the holding cell, I don't need him in there. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually have to turn prisoner intake off. There we go. I'll actually sell these. Oh yes, I can. I actually need to hire more cooks. Okay, the side there it's actually saying that one family is actually wanting to visit. So this is probably a good time to actually go back into my grants and see what I've got going on here. Raise your prisoner capacity to 50. Wait for funds. Reform. Hire security chief. Got that. Got that. Got patrols. No, I haven't got patrols just yet. Visitation rights. There we are. That's probably the best one to go for just now. Let's see what I need to do after that. Seems... that seems easy enough. So I want a basic door there. I'll put basic doors in because they are fully locked down anyway. Room wise, I want a visitation room just there. And now I just want some tables to put in there. Visitor table, there we are. Can I do 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's handy. There we go. Build a common room. I think just where to put this common room actually. Just here. And then there I'll put a pool table. What does it need? 2 TVs and at least 5 phone booths. There we go. Well, I shall just put those TVs facing the wall. Oh well. How's the visitation room? Nicely built. Families can now visit. Indeed, there's one guy visiting now. It's someone's lawyer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go into bureaucracy and start researching patrols. Because then that actually allows you to unlock dogs. You can have little police dogs walking around, sniffing things out. And here we are, let's spy on this secret meeting here. Oh, spying. Yeah. There we go. I think I should be able to get rid of some of these workmen now. Take me down to about 8 again. There we go. That frees me up to hiring. Let's go. Let's get another guard. Oh, something's going on around here. Give him something nice to run on around the edge. When the cell working? Ah, that's why. There's a bit of wall missing there. There we go. That's a bit better. Looks like I might need another capacitor on there just to be safe. Oh. How's my research going? Nearly done. Oh, I actually unlocked the foreman. That's the guy I was wanting. We will actually need to build him another office, however. Do I have space in here? It'll do. Poor planning on my part, I know, but... I hire a foreman out there. And that means that if I go back into staff, if I go back into bureaucracy, once he's actually got his office, I can unlock groundskeeping. Once his office is nice and complete. They're allowed to go and eat now. Never did hide that other cook, did I? There we go. Indeed, in they come. Let's take him off of there for now. Take him off of there, just clear that grant. There we go. That's one in the canteen for now. Going up there. Going in there. There we go. One thing I may look into investing in at some point though, once I actually get this electrical cable connected up properly. There we go. Are metal detectors, which I believe are... Let's just see if I can actually get them. Yes. Yes, there we are, metal detector. What I'll do... Put two there. Basically, you want to put these anywhere where the contraband may be found. Connect those directly up to the utility line. Just to be safe. There we go. Indeed, someone's found something already. I get my guard. Okay, and that was one thing I didn't actually know that they implemented into this game. That guy has overdosed. I didn't even know that was possible. Punish. Lockdown 6 hours. Dismantle that door for now. That does mean, however, that I may need to build an infirmary at some point. Health and well-being, let's start that research off. Let's put the walls in. So how big does the infirmary need to be? Where is the infirmary? There it is. I need to really research it. Great. Well, into bureaucracy and health. And I've just accidentally closed it down. Oh, great. Well, that is my entire fault there. And being a bit of a tit and pressing the wrong cross button. Well, I think that's probably a good place to stop it for tonight. I have been going on for near enough 2 hours now. Stay tuned to Twitch. I believe Bishman Rock is coming up at 9 o'clock. Yes, oh crap indeed. And it will have saved. It does auto save every 10 minutes, thankfully. So I'll probably boot that up and just give it a good proper save, make sure I get it into a good location. And I may continue on with this another stream if you're interested. I'll keep a backup save, I think. I'll continue playing it, but I'll keep it at one point and I'll continue on with that, I think. Maybe next week, maybe another day this week, maybe some point in the future. So, hopefully, if that has backed it up and that's not 2 hours down to the chitter, I'll see you all next week. Remember, stay tuned to Twitch. Bishman Rock is coming up at 9 o'clock, all being well. My name has been Michael Morehouse of Mousels Media. Bidding you all good night.